say that I've been using the touch when I can get on twice a day, and I feel it really, really strongly. I've been using it since it came out, I think, in December, and pretty much twice a day, and my stamina has increased. I feel like my stamina has almost doubled. And then I've also, just another thing, had a little lipoma, like a 5-cent piece on my back in my skin, just around at the top of my wing bones. And that was like a little nodule and really hard. And then I tried to put some hot compress and a needle in. My husband tried to put a needle in. Nothing happened. But I noticed yesterday that it's all kind of gone down and smoothed out, and it's all squishy, and it's like my body's just dealing with it and getting rid of it. And I know it's from using the touch.
I was driving back from Montrose, Colorado, and I had to go on I-70, and it was gorgeous and it was beautiful until it wasn't, because I was trying to race before the snowstorm, but I didn't quite get there. Hi, baby. I didn't quite get there, and we ended up with a lot of snow. So, the whole speed that you go is 75 miles per hour, but we were going 30 miles per hour on the highway because the snow got so bad, and I could not, and it was starting to get dark by that time, and I was having a hard time seeing at night in a snowstorm. And so I started praying. And then I don't know how it happened, but I said to myself, I got to get the touch going so I can see better. I mean, I just knew that was going to, anyway. So I ended up, where I was, I don't know how I reached over and must have hit my phone and put the buttons, and without looking at it. I think I did, because I don't remember putting it on, but all I remember is that I put it up against my chest, stuck it in my coat, and then I just started praying, and all of a sudden I could see better. It was so cool. I just know they're listening.
Yeah, I do the touch on my computer as much as possible. I let it run in the background, and on the phone when I can, when it allows me. And I also added my bull worker, which is like an isometric, isotonic exercise, and I haven't used that for years. So I added that last night, and I'm going to get back into that also. So regaining my strength, and my voice is even a little better, although I still got the deep bronchitis and shortness of breath getting up to go to the bathroom in the morning or in the middle of the night. That still happens. But I'm impressed with the improvements I'm making now. So thanks.
I just felt this. It was going to all different areas of my body, and then all of a sudden I just felt this beautiful warmth in my back, because that's where I need a lot of healing. Well, it's actually happening. A lot of healing is taking place in my spine, and the osteoporosis is being repaired. I can feel that at times, a lot of the times actually. And so it's not severe anymore as what they suggest it is. And well, in my opinion anyway, it feels it's not, because I can bend over without any feelings of it crumbling, my spine crumbling and breaking into pieces like I used to. That doesn't exist anymore, and more so since the touch. And I was it just went into the my spine, that where I had the device just up on the cervical area, and it flowed up into the warmth, just flowed up into my neck and into my cerebellum and into my brain and the top of my head, and then all of a sudden, and across my shoulder blade, it was just so beautiful. I thought, oh, I feel like I'm being in sort of, I could feel like an angelic presence, because I know what that feels like with having done Reiki. And it was like it was inside my body, but outside my body as well. And then it got really hot, really heated up, and the flow just went straight down my spine to my hips, my legs, my arms, my heart. And when it got to my heart, it just enveloped my heart, encased my heart, and I could feel a sort of like pulsating a little bit more than normal. And I just let it go, and it didn't last for very long, but it was letting me know that healing was taking place, because I had been diagnosed many, many years ago with a heart click, and I haven't had that since the touch, actually, come to think of it. So that's another thing. And I'll have to write that down. And I just laid back and I just felt, oh my God, I thank you, God. I just feel like I'm laying in a bath of a hot bath, a beautiful celestial hot bath. And I felt like I was floating in it. It was just beautiful. And my lungs, and I am finding, well, I have found that the lump that was in my left lung from my injury, which was about that, it felt about that big, has gone completely. And there was a lump on my spine down in the thoracic, close to the lumbar area, the higher lumbar area, in my spine. That's gone, because when I lay down, I feel neither of those now, especially when I lay on the floor to do my yoga. And another thing, I can actually get through to my third set of 10 push-ups with my right arm. So it's strengthening more in my right arm. There's still more nerve healing to be done with all of that yet, but it's happening. And my toes, which my right side, my right big toe and other toes on my right side, were numbed out. I couldn't feel the accelerator on the car, and I'd have to put my foot on the accelerator. And anyway, I've been doing what Glenn had suggested with, I think it was Glenn, the man who had the neuropathy, and put it between my feet. Well, I put it on top of my feet and to touch, and I do a whole session there. And that's probably 80% reduced numbness. So I can feel the accelerator now with no problem. So that's all really good.
But there have been some little things, and it would be mainly less pain. I had my annual physical, and all I did was think about, well, I really don't want that experience to ever happen again at a doctor's office. I want peace and tranquility, and I want to be heard and seen, and I want to smile, just pleasant. I'm the patient and they're my caregivers, right? So I had that today.
I've noticed a couple of things. I'm not in a lot of pain anymore, so I'm looking for other kinds of the noticings. But I know that when I was about 14, 15 years old, I had an accident with my foot and had 2 layers of stitches, about 14 stitches altogether. And that scar has been there, and I'm 80 now, so it's been there a very, very long time. And I noticed the other day that it was practically gone. The scar itself, which was probably a quarter of an inch wide and about 4 inches long on my foot, and it's gone.
I had open heart surgery on January 9th. And so it's going to be 3 months on April 9th. So I'm looking at 2 months right now. And it's amazing that I'm just feeling, I know it's because I had my V9 with me in the hospital in a pocket right next to me in the bed. I was there a month almost in the hospital. And I had him charging it for me. And I said, where's my device? I had to make sure it was with me all the time. And then since, of course, I've been home, I've been using the touch, and I've started doing it. Well, they talk about doing it. You can do the extended session and so forth. I've been doing that at least twice a day. But my dog has seizures. So I've been putting my dog in my lap right in front because Cynthia said it needs to be 2 feet away. So I just lay her and she just falls asleep. And I think it's helping her. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that.
I know that at least I've heard that either I'm the only one or one of the only ones with epilepsy right now. So if you, as a member, you're the only, you can share as much as you want to or need to with people and say, hey, this person has, been working with, epilepsy and, been getting rid of seizures and stuff. Speaking of seizures, I did have one on Friday. Okay. But I was sleeping. So I didn't have the knowledge or the, awareness. Now, if I could just, if I could have the touch on like all night, for 12 hours, I would love that. Then we could do some testing with, with the sleep. But I did have one on Friday. But the curious thing is that it took 5 weeks. So it was 5 weeks instead of 3. So since I've been using the touch, the seizures have been happening the last two times.
2 grand moles.
Yeah, the last 2 grand moles were 5 weeks apart instead of 3. So thank you. So that's progress. And so we're very happy about that. And what's curious is that today I did listen to the touch and I had my headphones in and I had my V9 and my 2 V6s on. I forgot to take them off. So I had all 3 of them on, and then I had the touch going, and it was very different. It definitely didn't feel as strong, but I had a very strange sensation. I don't know what it was or how to explain it really, but I had a strange sensation that it almost seemed like it mimicked possibly, a seizure sensation, but not. It was very strange. It was very weird. I got one of those ion foot cleanser detox baths, and I used it last night. So did Jace and my mom, and they after I used it, they're like, okay, let's see if we can get more out than her. And I was like, I don't think you're gonna get more out than me, because it was really gross. It was really dark. And what was actually kind of funny about it is that when we poured it out, we kind of wiped, a little bit out of the bin, and Jace, when he wiped it out, he's like, this is crazy, but it smells like metal. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so I came in there and I smelled it, and it smelled so strongly of metal. Like, I'm talking like normally the coil that's in the detox machine, it's metal itself, right? It didn't even, that coil doesn't even smell as metally as what came out of me.
Yeah, it was a strong sense of lead, possibly nickel and iron combination.
It was insane. So I felt amazing after it. So I feel like, working with the touch and having it break up all this stuff, I'm able to get it out that way, even because of the digestion, how it's kind of been a little bit off. So I haven't been working with that. Or so much the urinary system, but being able to get it out through the foot cleanse has been amazing. And so much heavy metal, black speckles or whatever came out. It was really fun. It was fantastic. So I highly recommend. But that was awesome.
When I go to the gym, if the cross crawl thing is open, I go to that right away because it's sometimes hard to get on. And then do the black card stuff, the massage chair and the lounge. Well, when I got in the massage chair, I usually keep the V6 and V9 in my socks, but it really gives your legs a good squeeze. So I had to put them in my pockets. Well, I went to do the lounge or the red light thing, and then the lady said, I think he found something of yours, the guy that manages the place. And here my V6 fell out of my pocket, and I didn't know it, and was in the chair, and he found it for me like right away. So I wouldn't have known it was missing. And that was made me really happy that I didn't lose one of these devices. And it feels so good to do that stuff. And then after my workout, I do it again, and I get that massage in my back and the water lounge. It goes up and down your whole spine and your bladder meridian and your central meridian, and it just feels wonderful.